Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. My name is Soledad Cedro, and I'm proudly both a Latina and a journalist. It is true that when it comes to understanding Israel, there is no substitute for first-hand experience, and that's exactly what I had with AJC Project Interchange. I am originally from Argentina, where we have a very large Jewish community, but I never had the chance to go to Israel until, obviously, the possibility of going with Project Interchange. I went in 2013 on a delegation of Latino journalists that was conducted with AJC's Belfer Institute for Latino and Latin American Affairs. And let me tell you that it was an incredible journey and an amazing experience what we had there. As a journalist myself, the trip was a very good opportunity to connect with people who are living in one of the most contested places on planet Earth. And seeing Israel firsthand and being able to put faces to all those stories was an incredibly important experience for myself. What I was able to see in Israel was honestly a very peaceful and diverse society. There are people, and probably most of you know it better than me, but there are people there from all kinds of backgrounds, from Arab Israelis to Jewish Israelis, to Christians, to Muslims, even Druze, and all of them are coexisting there, and actually they are just living their lives in a very normal way, or at least very normal for what we are used to here in Western society. And yet, as a journalist, let me tell you that the media doesn't show this. They don't show this side of Israel. All we hear when we hear about Israel here in the Western society is about the conflict and about the threats of attacks in and on Israel. Unfortunately, when we read newspapers or when we see the TV news stations, we don't see daily life, we don't see the high quality of living and the truth about how Israelis really feel about their life. That is never covered by media. And why? Well, I personally think that it's because it does not fit the model of what media wants to show. So when I was there and when I saw this other side of Israel, I was inspired, therefore, to document the real life in Israel. I did it for the Spanish-speaking community here in the US, that was the audience that I was working for. So I produced a 5-part Spanish language series that we called Israel mucho más que una guerra, or what in English means Israel much more than a war. With the invaluable help of Project Interchange, I was able to interview a range of incredible people, from very important people who were directly involved in the peace negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians, to everyday citizens, to normal citizens, who actually were the ones who shed light in the fact that, unfortunately, the conflict is part of their lives, but most importantly, that the conflict is not the only part of their lives. When we did this series, this 5-part series, our main goal was to show that there is so much more going on in Israel than what people might think. It is a complex society with, of course, historical and religious ties to the land and to the holy sites, but it is also an incredibly innovative culture that is leading the world in cutting-edge technology, an entrepreneurial spirit that actually you don't see anywhere else, not even here in the States you see that spirit. The audience reaction when we showed this 5-piece news series was actually truly amazing. We received so much good feedback, positive feedback on this. And I think that in a way our video was able to debunk preconceived notions and show our viewers that there's a real life in Israel and how the real life in Israel is. And I'm very proud to tell you that thanks to this work that we were able to do, thank you to Project Interchange, we received an Emmy Award, and this was something very good. Thanks. Thank you very much. Surprisingly, as I told you, this was a 5-part series. And the last part was supposed to be something very light, was on Friday. So we said it's going to be a light story. And that was the most popular news installment that we did. And it was a story about nightlife in Tel Aviv. Well, most probably you know why, because you've been there. But many people, my TV station was at that moment was based in Miami, and many people there, they started sending me emails telling me that they didn't even know, they had no idea that there was this aspect in Israel's life, that people were actually enjoying life there, that this even existed. And of course, for your reaction, I can tell that you know that this exists. I know it as well now. So this was very surprising to me, and it was good to see that people were able to find out about that. Before I traveled to Israel, many people told me that I was going to have an amazing experience and that there was a very special energy in this place. And it's not that I didn't believe them, but to be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to have this same reaction being there. But after being in Israel with Project Interchange, I can tell you that I definitely felt that energy. It's something that it's very hard to put into words, but regardless of your faith, regardless of your personal beliefs, when you're in Israel, you know that something is going on there, something sacred and beautiful in this land is different, and there's a different energy there, and you can feel it. And I felt very much at home in Israel, even though I'm not Jewish, but I felt that I have very deep connections to this place. And I think that this is something that most of us can relate to when we are in Israel. And as a proud Latina and journalist, I'm definitely looking forward to going back to Israel to have another wonderful journey. And I want to thank everyone here, to take this opportunity to thank everyone here who made it possible for me to fall in love with Israel and its people. So thank you very much to Project Interchange.